Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I welcome you to Rivershire Retreat, and I'd like to thank my lovely hosts for having me up for a long weekend. It's always so nice to be here and reinvigorate myself with all of this lovely, flowing, watery energy, especially during Scorpio season. So thank you so much for having me here. As I mentioned, I want to welcome everybody back to this week's video update and also say thank you and welcome to our new subscribers who have just tuned in over the course of the past week. Let's jump right in. We still have the conjunction of the Sun and Mars in the sign of Scorpio, which is giving us all kinds of focus and powerful strategic energy. And the energy early on in the week is going to continue to be easy energy with sextiles in a trine, and then things are going to flip as we get to Wednesday, Thursday. But anyway, let's get back to Tuesday. On the 21st, the Sun, which is in the sign of Scorpio, is going to sextile Pluto in Capricorn. Sextiles always ask us to do something to get something. On that same day, Mercury in Sagittarius is going to trine Chiron in Aries. The combination of these two energies, it's all about strategic actions. Again, the Sun is still in the sign of Scorpio. And optimistic communications, Mercury in Sagittarius, that bring on transformations and healing. I really like this energy, Then on Wednesday, I have to say happy birthday to my beautiful daughter, Chrissy. Happy birthday, Chrissy. Mars on this day, Mars in the sign of Scorpio, is going to sextile Pluto. Sun did the day before, now it's Mars' turn. Mars is a little bit behind the Sun now. The Sun is starting to pull away from Mars. Now, Mars in Scorpio sextiling Pluto in Capricorn is, again, taking purposeful action. Now you're able to take action as a result of yesterday's communications. It's really very much vibing energy. It's very, very, very copacetic. I like this because both the ancient and modern rulers of Scorpio, Mars and Pluto, are harmonizing with good communications, good exchange of energy between the two of them. So I really like this. Also, the Sun is going to move to Sagittarius on this day. So happy birthday, Sagittarius. Let's talk about Sagittarian energy. It's very hopeful, very optimistic. They are philosophical people, very worldly people, very adventurous people. They have open minds. They can find themselves opinionated, however, standing up for the little guy or just digging deep into a theory or a philosophy that they believe in, and they can get pretty indignant when challenged, that's for sure. But they do like to look out for the underdog, as I mentioned. Now on Friday, Mars is going to join the Sun in the sign of Sagittarius, and that's going to add some action and motivation to all of those themes we just discussed. But before we get to Friday, let's talk about Thursday's energy. Sun in Sagittarius is going to square Saturn in Pisces, so here our energy is beginning to shift. And remember what I said, the Sun and Mars are very close to each other. The Sun is pulling away, however. So while the Sun is in Sag is going to square Saturn, shortly thereafter we're going to have Mars squaring Saturn. But let's get back to the Sun squaring Saturn. Our optimism is getting a reality check. Are we being grounded or are we way too lofty here? We're being asked to take responsibility or ownership, but also to have patience as we evaluate whether some belief that we have or a philosophy of sort needs to be tweaked, or do we need some reevaluation in some way for something that seems very unrealistic. And as I mentioned, Friday, just after Mars enters Sagittarius, and we're motivated by all those Sagittarian themes, he squares Saturn. That's going to cause a break in the action, so we can evaluate whether whatever action we need to take or we want to take, is it worth it? Is it worth it? We can see the goal, we can appreciate the gratification of that goal, But we need to slow it down. We need some evaluation. We need to be honest. We need to see the truth of the matter. Then we can proceed. But we have to be honest with ourselves in the process. Are we being too lofty is the question here. Then on Saturday, believe it or not, Mercury's going to enter shadow. Yep, it's it's Mercury retrograde season again. My lovely host and I, who's a dear friend, discussed this just this morning, how, Lord have mercy, we think we just got out of Mercury retrograde, and sure enough, here we are again. It's just the timeline has certainly sped up, that's for sure. Anyway, on Saturday, Mercury at 22 degrees, 11 minutes, both angel numbers, are going to enter shadow. And the planet Mercury does not go retrograde until the 13th of December at 8 degrees of Capricorn. And then will remain retrograde until the 1st of January 2024 and completely out of shadow January 20th of 2024. So what does that mean? Same Mercury retrograde themes we have to be mindful of. You know, if you're going to sign a contract, buy electronics, anything with moving parts like that, do it early in the week. Certainly get it all wrapped up by, Wednesday, Thursday at the latest, because when Mercury enters shadow, you will be revisiting. We're going to be reviewing, revisiting, redoing. So anything that you instigate during a shadow cycle will be revisited a couple times. Personally, I like Mercury retrogrades because it does give us an opportunity to reevaluate before we just move forward at full speed, right? We want to evaluate. We want to take our time. We really want to evaluate what's happening. So, well, that's all I have for you this week. Next week, on the 27th, we've got a full moon in Gemini, but we'll talk more about that at the beginning of next week. I decided to use a new deck. It is the person who is hosting me has offered this deck we're using this deck today. It's called Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot. I love this deck. It's so cool. Anyway, the card for today is, and it matches our energy perfectly, the Ace of Swords. The young cat cleared her mind and examined the handle of the sword, directing her focus towards her goal. Olive then carefully calculated each step before leaping to ensure she was balanced. From this vantage point, she could see all the opportunities presenting themselves right in front of her face. The time has come for you to carve out your destiny. When the Ace of Swords appears in a reading, your situation may benefit from taking a stand. If you have been feeling inspired to speak truth to power, this is your signal that the conditions are perfect for your voice to be heard. You will be listened to. I love that. You will be listened to, and have confidence in what you speak, and know that strength you hold within will rise up just when you need it. You may face an obstacle. There's that Saturn influence, that's for sure. You may face an obstacle that challenges your spirit. One that will have you questioning if this is one battle you will lose. However, with the Ace of Swords by your side, you will find energy, and the mental clarity you need will manifest. All you have to do is call upon it. This is not the time to shy away from a problem. Ignoring it or turning your back on injustice will not make it go away. That is a huge Sagittarian theme. Use the Ace of Swords to your advantage, because you will have what it takes at this moment to clearly express what is needed to reach a successful conclusion. Now, the positive aspects of this energy speaks with confidence, mentally sharp, and decisive. The negative attributes, or the three-dimensional, can slip into being overly critical, looking to find injustices to battle, and that is also a Sagittarian theme. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, please click the subscribe button. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please post them in the comment section below. It is such a joy to have you joining me here today as we co-create our reality together. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm forever grateful. Have a fabulous week. Namaste.